Hi, boys and girls. It is the creator of Bored with Miss Reynolds, Better Off Reading Every Day. And I have my friend here, Sid the Science Kid, and we are going to read I'm Not Afraid of the Dark. This is a level 1 learning to read book. And guess what? We are in the dark. Kinda, sorta. But I have my little light here so I'll be able to see and read to you. And of course, Sid is going to be right here with me. Right, Sid?
I am Sid, the Science Kid.
Yes, he is. All right, here we are. He's got his jammies on, and so do I. Sid, said Mom, time to wake up. Sid rubbed his eyes. He looked out the window. It's still dark, said Sid. I'm scared of the dark. Sid turned on a light. That's better, said Sid. Now I can see. I want to know, said Sid, what happens in the dark. Good morning, Sid, said Dad. Are you sure it's morning, said Sid. Yes, said Dad. It's just very early. And that's what happens. Early in the morning, the sun hasn't come up yet, so it's not bright out yet. But we're going to find out all about it. Sid, said Mom, why are you afraid of the dark? I can't see what happens in the dark, said Sid. Do you think things change when you can't see them? Said Mom. Said Sid. I don't know. Maybe I can find out at school. At school, Sid asked his friends, are any of you afraid of the dark? I am, said Gabriella. One time I was sleeping in a tent. There was something scary outside. What was it? Sid said. Said Sid. It was a tree, said Gabriella. It just looked scary in the dark. Once, said Gerald, I woke up in the middle of the night. The hallway was dark and scary. Did something get you? Asked Sid. Nope, said Gerald. I turned on the light. It was just my hallway. Interesting, said Sid. Rug time, said Teacher Susie. Gerald closed his eyes and pretended to bump into things. He sat down and opened his eyes. It's not dark anymore, he said. Have you all been talking about the dark? Oh, 1 second. Have you all been talking about the dark? Teacher Susie said. Yes, said Gerald. I get scared when it's dark. The dark can seem scary, said Teacher Susie, but when you think like a scientist, it's not so scary. Let's try something, said Teacher Susie. Look around the room. Touch the things you see. Gabriella saw blocks. She touched them. Sid saw the bookshelf. He touched it. Now, said Teacher Susie, close your eyes. Pretend it's dark. Touch the same thing you saw when it wasn't dark. Gabriella touched the blocks. I feel the blocks, said Gabriella. Sid touched the bookshelf. I feel the books, said Sid. Okay, said Teacher Susie. Open your eyes. Hey, said Sid. Everything is the same when it's dark. Let's go explore darkness in the Super Fab Lab, said Teacher Susie. We are going to make our own cave of darkness. I see, said Gabriella. We're going to use blankets. That's right, said Teacher Susie. The blankets will block out the light. The cave might be scary, said Gerald. I will go in, said May. Now, said Teacher Susie, I want everyone to draw what it looks like in the cave. What do you see, said Sid. I can't see anything, said May. It's really dark. It's fun. Cool, said Sid. After school, Sid had big news. I'm not scared of the dark anymore, said Sid. How come, said Dad. Today I learned the darkness just means there's no light, said Sid. Things say to stay the same in the dark, so there's no reason to be scared. That's right. And that is the end of I'm Not Afraid of the Dark. Sid the Science Kid, Level 1 Learning to Read book. Boys and girls, it is Bored with Miss Reynolds, Better Off Reading Every Day. I don't own the rights to this book that I have read to you, but I love storytelling magic. And the magic of today's story is, once I saw this book, and I saw what it was about, and I saw that I would be able to spend some time with my favorite guy, Sid, also my daughter's favorite, and a lot of my children at school's favorite, dressed in our pajamas. He is in his green bee buzzing pajamas, and I am in my navy blue pink elephant pajamas. We knew that we had to spend some time together with my LL Bean headlight in the dark as much as possible and show you that you too do not have to be afraid of the dark. Sid isn't afraid of the dark. Gabriella isn't afraid of the dark. Gerald isn't afraid of the dark. And Miss Reynolds is definitely not afraid of the dark, especially when I have my friend right here and a nice reading light so I can even read when it gets dark. My daughter, when she was little, when I would shut off the light when she read too much and it was time for bed, she would get out her book light. And that's how she would read in the dark. She loved to read so much. I will see you again really, really soon, boys and girls. But you know what? Just so you get to see that Sid is okay and nothing happened to him while Miss Reynolds was reading practically in the dark with her light, let's hear what Sid has to say.
I just gotta know. Scientist in the house! You're a scientist. You can try this too. And that's my super duper duper schmooper big idea. Now that's funny. I've got a lot of questions and big ideas. I said the science kid.
That never gets old. Never, never gets old. We'll see you again really, really soon. Bored with Miss Reynolds, better off reading every day. And Sid, the science kid, on our way to get some rest for the next big day and big adventure. We'll see you soon.